everybody. So, we're now officially gonna be reading, because I know y'all guys were like expecting it and everything, and I did promise you guys I would be reading it. We're reading now the third book of His Infatuation / Ex-Listener, book 3. Aren't you guys excited? It's gonna be a long one. And yeah, guys, so I'm super excited to start this with you guys. I'm so excited! They just updated it too, so I'm like really excited. Okay. But before we start, let's read the summary. No, you're not telling me. You two were the ones stalking me all along? This time, Wyan deals with the very same group of slashers, except this time around, it's different. Very different. Because not only does Wyan get a part-time job as a nanny in the countryside, she also finds a very peculiar good guy doll lying in the alleyway on her way home. Yes, guys. Yes, y'all know who it is. What happens when 10 slashers interact with each other? The bad boyish Freddy Krueger, aka the hated one. The ever so quiet Mikael Myers, the romancing one, right? But you think it would be Hannibal, but it's actually like him secretly. Like, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. The childlike Jason Voorhees, which is our favorite. The nervous Norman Bates, aka the gaslighter. I swear. The smart-tongued Hannibal Lecter, aka just why? Just ooh, questionable things about him. The devilish Ghostface, Billy Loomis, and Stu Matcher. Yeah, guys, we got them now. The psychotic Pennywise. I actually kind of like him in this. He's funny. The selfish Brahms Hellshear, and the sociopathic Chucky / Charles Lee Ray. Can Wyan survive a third round of chaotic drama and handle 4 brand new killers being tossed into her life? God damn, girl. I gotta say is, if this was like an 18 plus or even more, Jesus Christ, lady gets around. That's all I gotta say. Like, Jesus, man. Anyway, notes. I don't own any of the slashers in the story, nor the characters on the cover. I just own the story / plot line. I'm using the Norman from Bates Motel and using Hannibal from the TV show. There might be some Easter eggs / quotes / lines from popular TV shows, video games, music, etc., etc. Can you spot them? And guys, they have not finished the story yet. So if we somehow by miracle make it all the way down and read it all before they finish, I'm gonna be like, wow, that is shocking. Anyways, now let's officially get into it. This is a quick note from the author. I'm gonna read it for you guys a little bit. And welcome to book 3, everyone. Like the description says, it involves 10 slashers this time around. Freddy Krueger, Mikael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Norman Bates, Hannibal Lecter, Billy Loomis / Stu Matcher, aka Ghostface, Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, and Brahms Hellshear. This book will be updated once a week, every Tuesday like usual, and like before, it's also a reverse harem. So if you guys are interested in those type of book / fanfics, then you'd better bounce, my boy or girl. Hope you enjoyed. As always, it's time for meme review. Gloria, you can take it from here, girl. Oh, there's more than one person. I'm not surprised because it's beautiful. And then I'm going to slowly scroll through the memes for you guys. But I have this Mikael Myers meme. It's freaking hilarious. Oh my goodness. They are better than you, though. No. Anyways, now we are officially into these warnings. So there will be mentions of a lot of threats that would cause you to probably post up to somebody. Fighting scenes. So, people slashing themselves. Does that make sense? But not like what you think. A lot of blood, cuts, a lot of that will be mentioned. Obsessive / really scary stalkerish behavior will be mentioned. There will be glass breaking, like, just like, think of it as like, here's Johnny, but instead it's like with all sorts of things being thrown and breaking glass and trying to get through the other side to capture you guys. It's gonna be a lot this start. It's gonna be a boom start, I guess. But if I have any other warnings for you guys, they will be on the screen right now. You guys have been warned. Chapter 1. Psychopathic Reveal. ONNN. Haven't you ever seen a horror movie before? Yes, I have. Why? Then you surely must have watched Scream. No, you're not telling me. You two are the ones stalking me all along? What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Billy chuckled from behind, stopping you from escaping whilst Stu also revealed himself. Why are you doing this? You cried in horror, fear flooding your face as you struggled to break free of Billy's grasp. I thought we were friends. We were, and we still are. Who's we? Anyway, Billy spoke with a sickly sweet attitude, shooting you an incredibly unhinged smile while Stu approached you with, from the bottom of the stairs. Okay, my boy. Just think of this as all part of the game. Stu added casually, his smug smile causing you to feel even more hurt by their behavior. It's called, guess how long I'm going to survive? Billy hissed venomously, his vicious and malicious response making your eyes widen for a split second. But then, fuck you. Finally breaking free, you spun around and bravely swore at him, glaring at them both as Billy and Stu both shared a smirk. That sounds like a terrible game. We already played that game. You lost, remember, YN? Billy brought up in a breezy fashion, causing you to grow not only resentful but defensive too. Excuse me? You shot back, feeling offended by their sudden statement. I didn't even play, so how did I even lose? You have to play, YN. Wouldn't want to disappoint your mom. We kept her along. We've kept her alive long enough. Stu uncaringly responded, now clutching a blood-stained pocket knife and forcing you to back down. You kept in touch with my mother? You whispered with a stunned expression, the stalker-ish piece of news creeping you out after you discovered said information. So you knew the whole time who I was dating and what I was going through? Why do you think we tried so hard to just get your number? Why do you think we tried so hard just to get you into the school? Just to find you? Billy replied with an insanely strange smile, his actions striking you as unbelievably unbalanced and unstable by this point. Besides, it's a very easy game. We ask you a question. If you get it wrong, you'll die. He remarked devilishly, tilting his head to the side a tad and causing you to take a step back or two. Yeah. If you get it right, you survive. Siding with Billy, Stu grinned spitefully, the two males becoming more and more hurtful to you by the second. You're crazy, both of you, you snapped in distress, shaking your head and internally panicking. The official term is psychotic. What are you, Hannibal Lecter? Stu innocently corrected. The same demented smile spread across his facial features while he twirled his knife between his fingers. Why would you even try something like this? You angrily questioned, realizing that pretty soon, Mika or Pennywise would come looking for you. My roommates would never leave me hanging. Never in a million years. Oh, sorry, by the way, guys. If I sound, like, super nosy or whatnot, like, I'm just congested a little bit. And I'm sick. I don't know how long I'm going to stay. It's been, like, already a week or two. And I'm just like, what the hell, bro? What hit me? I don't know. Well, anyways, I might be sounding like this for a while, guys. So I'm sorry in advance. Anyway. Tell that to Cotton Weary. You wouldn't believe how easy it was to frame him. the hell? Oh my god, what the Billy snickered in amusement, leaning against the staircase railway and finding her response to be wildly funny. Yeah, we just watched a few movies, took a few notes. It was fun. Sue shrugged with another one of their bad boyish smiles, playing their mannerisms off as tears pricked at your eyes. But just why? Wiping your eyes, you suddenly stopped crying, wanting to get a motive from them both before they lost it completely. Why keep switching numbers? Why carry on scaring me? What was the point? Why? Why? Did you hear that, Stu? I think she wants a motive. Funny. I really don't believe in motives, YN. I mean, did any of the slashers from your favorite horror movies have a motive? The Billy mentioned mischievously, now acting massively laid back and calm. They didn't for me. Stu played along with another smirk, shaking his head and enjoying the entertainment. And did they ever really explain why they made a certain psychiatrist eat people? Billy thought aloud with an angelic tone, faking a puzzled gaze and pretending to be confused. Didn't think so. You see, it's scarier when there is no motive, YN. Stu dryly announced, his smirk deepening once he continued speaking. I don't understand. Hiding your face in your hands, you bursted out into even more sobs, breaking down into tired-out tears and unquestionable unhappiness. What was the motive? Why would you do all of this? What was the motive? What was the motive? Billy declared in aggravation, losing his mind while him and Stu both shared a look of frustration. Yeah, I just don't understand. Why do all of this over me? You asked in a tiny voice, still taken aback by everything that they'd done. You just don't get it, do you, YN? Stu carried on with a sigh, shaking his head before wrapping his arms around your waist. We're doing you a favor here. That motive, is that motive enough for you? Or how about this? Do you remember when we used to be childhood friends back in the day? What, huh? You stammered faintly, drying your eyes and trying to regain your composure. What are you even talking about? Uh-huh. Stu dipped his head as a nod and agreed, his earlier words sounding creepily unusual. It's true. We all used to play together, just the three of us. Me, you, and him. Jeez, I don't know if I should feel flattered or freaked out. You sarcastically spoke, rolling your eyes and trying your best not to grow scared again. So you're saying this is all because I stopped playing with you two as kids? Think about it. On the off chance we get caught, a motive like that would divide a jury for years, don't you think? Billy decided dramatically, his twisted laugh re-echoing throughout the empty hallway and therefore creeping you out even further. You left us behind, so we came back. Major sympathy factor. That's right, YN. Stu sided with Billy smugly, flashing you an evil grin while continuing to hug your waist with one hand and stroking the other side of your face with his right. Ooh. If you don't play by the rules, you're gonna die. Pretend this is all just a scary movie, YN. How do you think it's gonna end? Ooh. So wait, they weren't childhood friends then? Okay. Okay. I read this a while, way before like I read it to you guys, and I'm like, wait, they weren't childhood friends? Dang, I scanned it too fast. Whoopsie. Billy questioned dryly, his arrogant attitude shining through his voice as you gritted your teeth. In fact, you were so irritated that you didn't even respond. Falling silent, which you contemplated what to do. You couldn't call out for help, because almost all of the students, if not everyone, had left the premises. You couldn't use your phone to call anyone. One, because your partners had broken to telephone. And two, because you wouldn't even have enough time to call for help. Billy and Stu had thought of everything. Not everything. But that was really strangely wasn't their overall motive. It was their reason for coming after you. They were struck by psychotic and obsessive hurt. They were blinded by the very same excitement that had brought them both to your university in the first place. Truthfully, you didn't know whether or not you should even spin that into a compliment. This is the best part, YN, because Billy has got it all figured out. Stu devilishly chuckled, the two males' excitement causing you to grow hugely uneasy. Why do you think we kept you alive so long? Why did we save you for last in the first place? I don't know. You replied fiercely, moving Stu's hand away from your face and stopping him from caressing your skin altogether. Do inform me. You know what day it is today, YN? It's a Monday, late afternoon. We met you exactly 13 years ago today. Billy pointed out with another smirk, bringing out a knife of his own before beginning to look at Stu. Ready? Yeah. Stu agreed to something smoothly, moving closer to Billy and letting Billy do something to him. That was when... And what was that something exactly? Oh, nothing much. Only pulling his knife back and slamming it forcefully into his side, slicing into Stu for no reason whatsoever. Releasing a scream of dread, your shocked eyes widened, staring at the scarlet blood with revulsion as the genuine liquid gushed out. Jesus, Stu muttered proudly, expecting the wound before smiling back at Billy. Good one. My turn. No. Don't! You shrieked out in fright, trying to yank the knife away from them and put an end to their psychotic madness. But before you could stop Stu from stabbing Billy, he slashed at his best friend, suddenly puncturing him. Don't forget, stay to the side and don't go too deep. What? Oh my goodness. Billy slyly reminded Stu, his friend nodding while he stabbed at him again and forced him to double over. Jesus fuck, that hurt. Stop it! You wept in distress, clutching at either side of your head and backing away from them with a horrified expression. You're killing each other. Don't you understand? You'll die. Will they though? I'm like, let him die. Let it die. Let it shrivel. Yeah. Let them both shrivel up and, Anyways, chapter 2. Evil ending. Got the ending figured out yet? Time's running out, Billy taunted with a condescending tone, taking the knife back before brutally slashing at Stu's arm. Come on, Ryan, think about it. You're going to become this movie's one and only protagonist. Stu chuckled sadistically, his remark causing you to frown in confusion and feel defensively on edge. Oh yeah, how so? You anxiously snapped, holding your arms with both hands before staring them both down with full-on resentment. What if the unwanted admirers attacked you? After your psychology class? What if they attempted to take you out after you'd finished talking to Rose? Billy summed up with a dark grin, creating a bizarre horror movie ending and finding his comment to be 100% perfect. Except for me and Billy. We were left for dead, tortured, purposely getting in the way of their plans. Stu chimed in painfully, gasping ever so slightly for air, whilst Billy and Stu created a sick scenario between the two of them. We save you from the unwanted admirers. Take out Rose so she doesn't spill the beans. And then we still get to live. It's a perfect ending. Everyone dies but us. We get to carry on and plan the sequel. Let's face it, these days, you gotta have a sequel. Stu added with superiority, taking the knife as he carved it through Billy. You sick fucks! You cried out aloud, shaking and taking another step or two backwards. You've seen one too many movies, and taking Rose out, all because she might get in the way of your disgusting plans. That's cowardly. Oh, YN. Pausing for a moment, Billy stumbled towards you, bending over with a crazed glint flickering in his gaze. Don't blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies just make psychos more creative. Staggering, Stu leant against the opposite wall and shot Billy a sudden look. Stifling a feeble laugh whilst he acted more and more insane. That's it, Billy. I can't take it anymore. I'm feeling woozy. Look, I don't know what you want, but whatever you want, I'll get you to it. You sobbed hysterically, losing your composure and therefore starting to panic. I won't turn you to the authorities. I won't say anything about what you've done. I swear it. Just please stop hurting each other. You're killing yourselves, for God's sakes. I suppose you may have a point there. With another bad boyish grin, Billy agreed, turning to face Stu head on while you hid your face in your hands and trembled. Place the knife on the psychology's classroom teacher's desk. You know, to make it look like an accident. Got it. Stu nodded, heading into where you previously studied before shutting the classroom's door behind him. No! Panicking once more, you sprinted towards the psychology class front door yourself, flinging it open and trying your quickest to stop him. Don't! Oh, and just in case you get any ideas, Billy paused for a moment and tugged you back behind. Oh, sorry, my English. And tucked you back by your waist, an obsessive gleam glinting across his eyes as he held up a second pocket knife against your neck. What was I about to say? Against your neck? Against your neck. I wouldn't try and stop us. We've worked far too hard for this. Billy, please, you whispered worriedly, feeling more and more afraid of them by the minute. You have to stop this. My roommates, they'll come looking for me, and they won't go easy on you, so... Oh, what? You think we can't take them? Is that it? Billy hummed wickedly, moving you back, whilst Stu stumbled out himself. Precisely! You exclaimed in alarm, biting your lip and wondering what the hell you were supposed to do in this sort of situation. Though notice I didn't walk out with the other students, and it's done. We're in the clear. Stu proudly interjected, his statement causing both of the friends to high-five and fill you with increasingly more dread. Now all we need to do is... Before he could finish speaking, you unexpectedly broke free. Billy slammed into the hallway's nearest wall as you shakily half-laughed in relief. Mikael! You called your partner's name with affection, clasping both hands against your chest as you threw him a thankful smile. You're here! You're really here! You son of a bitch! Billy hissed hatefully, eyeing the pale-faced stalker with resentment while Mikael glared back with absolute rage. Can't you and your pathetic little friends stop getting in the way of our plans just for one moment? The silent stalker shook his head, infuriated by Billy's words, whilst he flung the younger male to the floor and attempted to slaughter him in cold blood. He can't get both of us. Billy mouthed towards Stu venomously, thinking fast before kicking Mikael down to the ground with him. Odds are, he's not strong enough anyway. Stu silently mouthed back, bringing a secondary knife of his own and lunging at Mikael too. Mikael, behind you! You yelled hurriedly, doing your best to warn the male and stop Stu from being able to jump on him. But to your despair, Mikael wasn't fast enough, Stu being able to drag his knife through the stalker's side and save Billy from being hurt despite their wounds from earlier. Cool move, Billy complimented with a slight snicker, Stu helping Billy back up as Mikael stumbled. Didn't think you'd remember how this psycho even still fought. Mikael! You wildly shouted, tears pricking at your eyes after you'd watched him evaluate this physical damage. Mikael, no! You have to get back up. You have to get back to the others. Well, Ryan, you have two options. Stu commented carelessly, his smile twisting into a smirk while him and Billy started speaking to you. You can either give in and stop being so difficult. What's the second option? You whispered weakly, dreading what Billy's final answer was going to be. Or... Billy stopped for a second, him and Stu sharing two very sadistic smiles. We take out each and every single person you care about. You can't! You freaked out frantically, growing immediately anxious due to their aggressive threat and homicidal actions. Amber, Cadence, Laura, Rose, Mom. Clock's ticking. Stu teased cunningly, not caring in the slightest, whilst he kicked Mikael and stepped over him, standing next to Billy in the process. So, Ryan, what will you do? Taking a deep breath, you bent down and wrapped an arm around Mikael's body, checking to make sure that he was all right and that nothing major had been slashed or stabbed. You can't fight the unwanted admirers alone, Mikael, you murmured urgently, trying to stay calm and collected at the exact same time. There's two of them and only one of you. Not to mention they know your fighting methods and the way you think. They have to hurt each other. It's true. but something's telling me that they've already thought of a backup plan. His eyes gleaming with bewilderment, Mikhail stared you down, as if soundlessly asking you why they hurt each other in the first place. Yeah, don't ask. If we actually get out of this, I'll explain later. You awkwardly replied, wondering what to do and how to fix this. Shaking his head, Mikhail stubbornly climbed back to his feet, shoving you through the classroom door before slamming it shut. Swiping at Billy and Stu with his kitchen knife, whilst quietly demanding another fight. Don't let her leave that classroom. You heard Billy order Stu sternly, horror flooding your veins as you grew uncontrollably scared. The way I would be like, no sir. I'd look through a window and jump out of it. I don't know. I don't care. Like, if there's a will, there is a way. And there's gonna be a way today. Anyway. Let's see. Okay, but Billy, I'm hurting. Stu reminded him wearily, causing the other male to curse and remember their previous actions. Alright, asshole. Why the fuck do you and the others want wine so much anyway? Billy curiously questioned, spinning around to gain some sort of information from Mikhail. No offense, but you guys don't seem exactly the very sentimental type. No offense. Sorry, but you don't know, mate. Stu muttered uneasily, holding the classroom door and stopping you from opening it. Shit. What were you supposed to do? Mikhail tilted his head, merely glaring while he debated what to do himself. Then he pulled out his notepad and showed it to Billy, indicating that that is how he interacted with people. Sure, go right ahead. Billy suspiciously answered, giving your partner permission as you breathed out. Wine is mine. She is my everything. I will go to the ends of the earth to keep her safe. She will stay with me until she dies, whether you freaks like that or not. Do you understand me? Oh shit, that's on period, but damn, that's kind of scary. Chapter 3. Find her. You pathetic little shit. Billy responded with gritted teeth, showing Mikhail the coldest of glares while Stu did the same thing, thinking that you and those sorry excuses for slashers who could keep YN all to yourselves. YN is ours. Stu snapped at the stalker possessively, holding his pocket knife out and trying to stare Mikhail down. We love her. I bet you don't even know what love is. Not so fast. You don't get to lecture me about love. Not after all the trouble and trauma you put YN through. Mikhail scrawled menacingly, reminding the two other males about their behavior beforehand, which, the calling, the threatening, blah, 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 blah. See of the amount of trauma they brought her. Disgusting. You bastard! Billy spat at him with hatred, despising how Mikhail had now the upper hand and was able to gloat about what they'd done. Everything we did was to protect her. Stu angrily added, trying his hardest to shift the blame off of themselves and onto Mikhail. Protect her from you, the others, and her useless bunch of friends. Oh, please, give me a break. You two don't even know the first thing about protecting YN. The white-masked male retaliated, his rage beginning to rise again whilst you listened in on said conversation. Protecting you from Mikhail, the others, your friends. We know more than you do, you stuck-up creep. Billy fired back darkly, shoving the notepad away from him and knocking it to the floor instead. Biting your lip, you sat down against the door and hugged your knees, worriedly wondering what to do and how to help Mikhail as you carried on being trapped in said classroom. You couldn't leave, due to Stu literally capping the door. And you definitely weren't a fighter. So what exactly were you supposed to do here? Jump out the window? If you didn't figure something out soon, Mikhail could get seriously injured. Firstly, because he was up against two psychopaths, and secondly, because Billy and Stu both seemed to be dangerously experienced at their unexpected skills. Then again, Mikhail did get the jump on Billy to begin with. Guess he was really good at stalking. So how could you? Stopping quickly, you quizzically glanced around, suddenly recalling that your classroom had another door, one that led to the room directly next to yours. Of course! Trying your best to stay silent, you quietly climbed to your feet, avoiding the classroom's windows before soundlessly opening the second door. Then you slipped through and softly shut it. Mikhail picking up on your smart escape before purposely pretending not to know. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, Billy's eyes flickered over to the classroom and noticed no shadow against the wall. The male cursing underneath his breath as he furiously became enraged. Fuck! He growled, glaring back at Mikhail while putting two and two together. Where the fuck is she? Where did she go? The stalker smugly shrugged, causing a secret smile to spread across your face as you found your escape to be strangely amusing. Find her. Billy angrily commanded to Stu, losing his temper almost like a little child would if they weren't allowed to do something. To be perfectly honest, it nearly made you laugh some more and reveal your hiding place. But Stu couldn't agree to Billy's demand, the other male falling to the floor and losing strength altogether. Find her, you dipshit! Billy screamed at him in frustration, slightly staggering himself before beginning to lose it even further. You're an asshole. You know what? How about you go find her? How about that? Chapter 4. Party Crasher. I can't. Billy mumbled with sudden shame, gesturing to his wounds and showing Billy why he couldn't. I'm bad off, Billy. You cut too deep, mate. Shit! Billy swore wildly, stomping his foot as his grip on his pocket knife tightened. We can't let her escape, Stu. We've worked far too long for this. Shaking his head with disgust, Mikhail lunged at Billy with his bloodstained kitchen knife, sending them both flying towards the floor and stopping him from following you while he attempted to slam his weapon into Billy's already bleeding chest. I don't know where she could have gone. Stu responded faintly, clutching at his side and trying to think fast. She should be in there. She should be right behind this door. I don't understand. I don't get it. Dodging Mikhail's attack, Billy slashed at the stalker's side and swiftly climbed to his feet, ignoring the massive amount of pain that he already felt. It's fine. We have to find her. Find her before she leaves the premises, okay? Flashing them both a dark glare, Mikhail tackled Billy a second time and tried his hardest to stop them both, managing to lash a slash on Stu whilst Billy discreetly took off, entering your psychology class before noticing that it secretly had another way out. Stupid Stu. So after staggering through, Billy stormed into the adjacent classroom, rage filling his tone once, while he only sounded more and more insane. Get back here, YN! Get back here right fucking now! You hid in the classroom opposite the one you'd previously escaped from, hiding next to the door while clasping a hand over your mouth to stay silent. Otherwise, I'll rip you right up. Then I'll rip you up. I feel so bad for saying this. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll rip up your slut whore mother, too. Billy furiously screamed, shoving over desks and chairs after violently threatening you. Billy, wait. Stu called down from down the hall, his urgent tone catching his friend's attention and therefore causing him to snap out of a sudden fury. She's not going to appreciate it if you take it out on her. If you take out her mother, remember? You can't scare her like the other psychos did. We have to be gentler. We have to be, gotta find me first, you pantsy-ass mama's boy. You sarcastically taunted, offended by his horrifying threat and growing angry yourself. I know this university like the back of my hand. I know each and every classroom, along with each and every door. I could probably escape the premises within mere minutes and rescue my mom if I so wanted to. Your quick-witted response made Billy release an insanely frustrated sound, ripping the current classroom up and overturning everything he could possibly find. This is fucking hilarious. But then his glance flickered over to the classroom opposite, deciding to just take a 50-50 chance and yank open the said door himself. That's fucking hilarious. Damn! I wouldn't have said shit. No. Anyway, decided to take a 50-50 chance and yank open said door himself. Panicking and growing alarmed. Your arrogance faded, forcing yourself to slam your side against the door and becoming scared regardless. What the hell is your deal? You yelled at Billy with annoyance, feeling partially angry as you struggled to keep the classroom door shut. Find some other girl to traumatize her or something. Get out here, Wyan, now. Billy ordered in an extremely low voice, taking no note of Stu's warning from a minute or two ago, instead just tugging at the doorknob. It's not like you can stay in there forever. Not unless you're okay with your mother getting... You know what I hate the most about horror movies? The final scenes. They just go on, and it gets so stupid. He casually interrupted, pulling a fast one and throwing their previous behavior back into Billy's face. You know, why can't they just explain their motive and get over it? Why can't everyone just... Oh, I don't know. Chill the fuck out. So help me, I will break this door down and drag you back over to us. Billy shouted selfishly. Oh, shit. Sorry, I hit the mic. Billy shouted selfishly, losing his composure and shoving his entire body up against the classroom's door. You would have been all right with his remark, except it took you by surprise, causing you to clumsily stumble and loosen your defense. Geez, what is it with you? You anxiously exclaimed, fear flooding through your veins while you wondered what had made Billy so pissed off. Why don't you and Stu just give up already? Why not just patch up your wounds, go on Tinder? They have free accounts. What? You think we're just gonna give up? Is that it? Billy half laughed, an insanely crazy glint gleaming across his gaze as you snuck a peek through one of the classroom's tiny windows. You think we're just gonna accept some sort of shallow whore? But if you keep this up, the rest of my partners will arrive, you warned them with concern, hugging your arms and worrying about the upcoming shit show that was about to start. And yes, I know you guys are strong and skilled and all, but stubbornness can't save you from 6 other slashers. Voorhees isn't coming, Billy pointed out in a mocking manner, purposely nitpicking and ignoring your concern. Neither is Kruger. So technically, 4 other slashers. Be as it may, Miguel will slice Stu into nothing but salami soon, you tearfully mentioned, clasping your chest and becoming somewhat worried for the both of them. Surely you must care about that, at least a little. Why should I? Releasing another crazed laugh, Billy picked up a piece of furniture from one of the other classrooms and literally smashed it through your hiding place's window, the glass shattering into nothing but mere shards as you fearfully jumped. We've known you from the very beginning. That it was all or nothing with you. We agreed to find you, to date you, to be with you at all cost, no matter what. But why? You stammered with a stunned expression, your eyes widening with shock while your hysteria continued to rise. I'm at a major loss here. How a childhood friendship could lead to all of this? You just don't understand, YN, do you? Billy spoke obsessively, using the window smashing as a distraction to shove open the door and grab you by your wrist. How much we love you. How much I love you. I've been watching you after all these years, despite you never noticing me back. I've been patient. I've waited for so long. Alright, that's slightly creepy, not gonna lie. You tiredly remarked, biting your lip and questioning how to get about this entire thing. That's not really how you go about winning a girl's affection, I'll be honest. Oh, this isn't about how to win a girl's affection, YN. Billy grinned with a psychopathic gaze, creating the left side of your face with his right hand and stroking it obsessively. This is about how you stay the fuck away from other people's possessions. Another familiar voice roughly replied, their arms smacking Billy straight across the classroom before curling around your waist protectively. Penny? You gasped in astonishment, taken aback by the clown's unexpected appearance and wondering why he was here suddenly. I don't understand. I thought you'd be waiting for me outside, by the school gates. I was. Pennywise answered seriously, having already shifted into his darker form and glaring at the other male. But when you never showed, so when I went to St. Myers to check in on you, and Myers didn't return with you, I grew oddly negative and very weirdly pessimistic. Stiffing a laugh, you sent Pennywise a tender smile and shook your head, finding his response to be somewhat amusing. I'd say, I'll tell you when you're older, but would just make me laugh even harder. That would just make me laugh even harder. Sorry, Penny. You laughed lightly, losing your scared state of mind while you gave the clownish killer an affectionate cuddle. Excuse me? Pennywise frowned in confusion. Curiosity dripping from his tone while he wrapped his arms around you and tightened his hold on you altogether. Why when I'm older? I'm already billions and billions of years old. It's just a phrase, Penny, remember? You chuckled into his chest, relaxing a bit and calming down. Just a phrase. Bro, a lot happened in this chapter, bro. Let me know if I did really good on Billy's voice, though. I really tried, guys. I really tried. I don't want to be, like, insanely loud, like, ah, you know, but let me know, guys, please. Anyways, we is in chapter 5, calming things down. Billy called your name feebly, doing his utmost hardest to climb to his feet and stagger towards you. Please, come on, wait, be reasonable, Stu. Stu and I, we never hurt you like they did. They forced you into a toxic relationship, remember? Come any closer to her and I'll make sure you'll regret it. Pennywise spoke in a dangerously low voice, materializing a knife and gripping it tightly. I'm warning you, little boy. I don't trust you as far as I can see you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Growing alarmed, you broke free of Pennywise's unprotective hold and forced the weapon down, standing between not only it, but bleeding Billy, too. Let's take it down a notch. Things are getting a little out of hand here. This pathetic earthling tried to take you away from me, and you want me to take it down a notch? Penny half laughed in disbelief, his possessive personality shining through his characteristics as he gritted his teeth and glared at Billy, the injured male glaring right back at him. Don't act like you haven't hurt me in the past either, you reminded Pennywise coldly, raising your eyebrows before rolling your eyes and bending down to check that Billy wasn't massively hurt. Are you alright? He didn't send you flying too hard now, did he? No, he didn't. Billy quietly responded, curiosity filling his gaze while he answered your question with gratitude. I'm fine, thank you, YN. We need to get you help, you decided firmly, holding your arm around Billy's waist and leaning him against your shoulder. We need to get you to the nurse's office, but it's locked up. How are you going to? Hey, oh, what happened here? Oh, crap. Sorry, guys. Whoopsie, whoopsie doopsie. But it's locked up. How are you going to? Hey, Penny, you lightly asked, throwing him a soothing smile and trying to calm him down. Mind doing me a favor? No way, I'm not helping him. Pennywise shot back sharply, his golden eyes glistening with hate whilst he behaved like a child would. What should I? He means absolutely nothing to me. I'm not just gonna let him and Stu both bleed out and die suspiciously on campus, you anxiously commented, acting stubborn yourself as you clenched your right hand into a fist. Besides, it's something that I want. Come on, Penny, please? The clown paused for a moment, frustration flooding through his veins while he struggled to say no to you. On one hand, he hated this inferior male with an exponential amount of passion. But on the other hand, he couldn't bear to hurt you by taking him out. Shit. Will you come back home if I do this for you? Pennywise muttered under his breath moodily, clenching both of his fists while he continued to glare at Billy. I will, I promise. You agreed at once, relief washing through your own body after you'd gotten him to help you out. As soon as I've taken care of Billy and Stu, I will gladly give you my word. Fine. Penny snapped in aggravation, vanishing from sight, presumably to unlock the door, and therefore leaving you and Billy alone. Does he usually act like such a dick to you? Billy insulted hatefully, breathing heavily due to both the intense bleeding and the savage stab wounds. Not usually. You sighed in despair, shaking your head before helping Billy back towards the second floor hallway. It's a partner thing. Pennywise just cares very deeply about my well-being. Just try not to set him off. I see. Billy suspiciously spoke, narrowing his eyes at the upcoming scene in front of both of you. Hey, mind telling one of your so-called partners to lay off Stu, then? Mikael! You called out in panic, setting Billy down against the hallway before rushing over and assessing the situation at hand. What the hell are you doing? Trying to take me out? God knows why. Stu angrily interrupted, gasping for air as he rubbed at his throat and sat up against the wall himself. Tilting his head for a couple of seconds, Mikhail whipped out his notepad and started scribbling his response to you, acting like he was somewhat bewildered by your panicked alarm. This useless excuse for a stalker was one of your unwanted admirers. Why wouldn't I try and take him out? If anything, death is a mercy for this son of a bitch. Wouldn't you agree? No, that's a terrible idea. You reprimanded him in a high-pitched tone of voice, gripping his wrist and forcing him away from Stu entirely. Look. All you have to do is fix up their wounds via the nurse's office, sneak them back to where they were staying, and then we just head back home. Pretend this never happened. The others are probably wondering what's going on by now anyway. But the nurse's office is locked up after class. Stu brought up uncomfortably, bringing up what Stu had earlier while not sounding only weaker, but wearier than his friend too. Now when you have someone special on your side to unlock it for you, you innocently hummed, shooting Mikhail a stern stare before sending Pennywise a smile instead. Now will you two help me, please? Hell no, I wouldn't help you. Cause you stupid as hell. I'll tell you what, you dumb. You very dumb. I would not have this much mercy, but you slay, I guess. Mikhail shook his head at once, the silent stalker slashing his kitchen knife at the hallway wall and turning around without any sort of delay whatsoever. Penny acted the same way, their behavior both striking you as ridiculously childish and selfish. No, what? Girl, shut your stupid ass up. I told you I'd get that door open, and you promised you'd come back home. That's it. The killer clown reminded you with a dark grin, grabbing your wrist and tugging you back towards the hallway stairs. These two can easily take care of themselves. From what you told us, they were the ones that did this. They were the ones that caused this. All they're doing right now is just playing on how sweet and innocent you truly are, YN. Don't you think I know that already? You shouted in frustration. Yanking your wrist out of Pennywise's grasp and trying your hardest to stay calm and collected. For God's sakes, I get it. Act like some sort of an anime character from a shitty fanfic or something. But like I mentioned a few days ago, I'm not stupid. I studied psychology class for almost 2.5 years. I know when I'm being gaslighted or getting taken advantage of. I can read the signs. No, you can't. I just need your help carrying them to the freaking nurse's office. Is that so much to ask for? Huh. So you need help carrying them to the place I just opened? Pennywise repeated nonchalantly, bemusement flowing across his expression as he waited for your fury to fizzle down. That's all we really have to do. Yes, in fact, one of you don't even have to. I'll support Billy. Mikhail, please. Desperation dripped from your voice whilst you pleaded with him, begging the silent male to help you out and help Stu. They're not a threat to you guys or me anymore. They're just two bad students who ended up making a terrible decision. You are nuts. You know that? Penny told you in a sarcastic tone, sighing in slight irritation before silently agreeing to help you out, completely and utterly mad. Yeah, I know. You dryly spoke, facing the clownish slasher head on and flashing him a smirk. Dating several slashers does that to you. But it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than to be absolutely boring. So, come on. With that, you supported Billy and assisted him towards the nurse's office, Penny reluctantly following behind with Stu. Mikhail wasn't showing any sort of feeling or emotion, but you could tell he was brimming with annoyance and aggravation. Though, for once, you didn't care. Helping Billy and Stu sit down on the nurse's office bed before turning around and shifting around the medical shelves, their wounds didn't seem to be too fatal. However, they slashed at themselves pretty deeply. You didn't know if you could actually heal them properly. After all, you'd taken a course in psychology, not any first aid studies. There's something called a phone. Oh yeah, she doesn't have a phone. I can't say that. Poor girl. But Google's always available. There should be a computer in the nurse's office. No, but they probably locked that shit. Okay, I'm overthinking this. Despite that, the first aid box that you previously retrieved from the mantel shelf luckily had some instructions, which is great considering how neither Pennywise nor Mikhail would help you with them any further. I wouldn't help you at all. You got lucky you even got help. Because we're in Chapter 6, Needing Assistance. You two should get some rest. After all, I don't think you guys can walk home in the condition you both are in right now. He pointed out kind-heartedly, tying up their bandages before placing the medkits back on the shelf. Then we'll sneak you back to where you're staying before the university opens. Is that all right with you both? Sure. Thank you, YN. Stu warmly replied, gratitude flowing from his tone while Billy passed out first. I appreciate the help. No problem. He timidly responded, growing nervous due to the fact that Billy simply had fallen asleep from said exhaustion. I'm just glad you guys didn't die on me, you know? Stu chuckled for a moment, finding your remark to be relatively funny as he calmly laid back against the bed. But then he suddenly grasped your wrist, clearly wanting to say something to you whilst his voice became increasingly more serious. Listen. He spoke in a worldly manner about Billy. I know may seem unhinged, intimidating even, but it's not intentional. He's just incredibly insecure. He's been alone for a tremendously long time. He got betrayed by his ex-girlfriend, Sydney, and before Billy dated her, he's been searching for you for years on end. I had no idea. You awkwardly mumbled, sitting on the chair next to the medical bed and wondering how to respond. That must have been hard for him. For real, so you can't begin to imagine how happy, how excited he was when he finally got to meet you. When we finally got to hang out with you and your friends. Honestly, I hadn't seen him that thrilled in years. Stu explained gently, flashing Billy a sympathetic gaze before shifting his attention back towards you. I still don't understand. You sighed in despair, leaning on one elbow and slightly frowning. Why do you guys care so much about me? I mean, sure, we're childhood friends and are nice and all, but you hadn't spoken to me in years. So why try now? Why go through all this trouble just to date me? This doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I guess it was because you were always so nice to us back in the day. I don't think you ever realized it, but Billy absolutely idolized you when we played together. Interesting. Stu told you pleasantly, releasing your wrist while shooting you a softened smile. Oh, well, I'm sorry I never realized that. You unhappily apologized, your frown twisting into an expression of regret instead. And I'm sorry I didn't recognize you guys either. Don't worry, I didn't take it personally. And I'm pretty sure Billy will come around. I think he just needs to spend more time with you. That's all. He thought aloud, amusement spreading across his face as he mulled over his friend's rather erratic behavior. Right, you remarked hesitantly, glancing away for a split second before even feeling more awkward. Anyway, I think you guys should catch up on some more sleep. Your bodies are most likely strained from all the stress you put them under. Yeah, true. But Stu agreed, sending you another tired smile before his eyes fluttered shut. Thanks again, YN. Don't mention it. You spoke uncertainly, leaning back against the chair and growing curious about Stu's previous words. I think he just needs to spend some more time with you. Do you really plan on watching over them the whole night? Pennywise questioned with a quizzical glance, popping up out of nowhere and therefore making you jump. Well, they're not going to be able to sneak out of the university on their own, you certainly muttered, embarrassment coloring your cheeks as you slowly became more and more self-conscious. Besides, they might grow anxious if they wake up alone. All of a sudden, Mikhail slashed his kitchen knife at nothing, his resentful reaction to your response reminding you of his prior temper tantrums and causing you to merely roll your eyes. I'm not budging on this, Mikhail. You can keep me company and distract me while I flick through these unimaginative magazines, though, if you'd like. The stalkerish male began to scribble down his retaliation, acting stubborn as usual while he stared at you with silent anger. They're fine. They did this to themselves after all, so they deserve whatever punishment they get given. Why are you being so nice to them? That's my question. Mikhail demanded darkly, grabbing your wrist before yanking you to your face. Shh. You hushed him in alarm, placing a finger against your mouth and trying to keep things quiet. They're clearly not fine. Somebody healthy in the head wouldn't have hurt themselves in such a way. They need help. Serious help. They need help, alright. Pennywise muttered under his breath maliciously, still glaring Billy with a poisonous passion. In fact, I'd be more than In fact, I'd be more than happy to. Okay. You really interjected, breaking free of Miguel's grasp while he attempted to calm the atmosphere back down to normal. Why don't we all take it down a notch, and instead just focus on the rest of the night? Oh, and why would I take it down a notch, Penny wondered with a mischievous gleaming across his gaze. Maybe I don't want to focus on the rest of the night. Maybe I don't want to help these lowlives out. And so if I don't want to, why should I? Well, why don't you go tell Hannibal and the others where I am then? It shouldn't take you that long, now should it? And besides, it'll give you something to do at least. You suggested helpfully, giving him a gentle smile and trying to lighten the mood. Surely you can handle that. What? You think I can't teleport over there and explain the situation? With a laugh of half disbelief, the killer clown smirked smugly, his arrogance taking control as you discreetly smiled to yourself. Watch me. Remember to tell them that I'll be back home by this morning, you called after him frantically, praying that he wouldn't purposely say anything to mess with them or mock them. Hopefully you take what you said seriously. Releasing a sigh, you plopped back down onto the medical chair and let Mikhail curl his arms around your body, appreciating his comforting cuddle while you continued to flick through different newspapers and magazines. If it weren't for your partner's endearing embrace, you most likely would have fallen asleep, due to how laxure these 10 tedious pieces of paper were, and how tremendously tired you were becoming as time ticked on. But fortunately, you managed to stay awake, making sure that Billy and Stu both woke up before the university opened that day, for the day. But despite Penny and Miguel both acting sulky, you ignored their sour reactions, deciding to just clean Billy and Stu's wounds yourself, replacing their bandages and wiping the blood clean without anyone's help but your own. There, that should do it, you softly mentioned, tucking the medkit back into the shelf before shutting the cupboard door. It may not be 100% better, but it should have at least stopped the blood or stopped your side wounds. Sorry if I couldn't, it's just I really don't know how to prevent actual injuries, and I'm not taking any medical courses. Thanks, Ryan, I appreciate it. Stu politely thanked, shooting you a calm smile as he ignored Billy's strangely obsessive stare of desperation. You really are too good to us. So, do you mind? Billy asked eagerly, sitting up and swinging his legs over to the side of the bed. Huh? Do I mind what? You questioned with a blank expression, tilting your head to the side a little and frowning at his inquiry. Walking us home? He truly brought up, excitement flooding his eyes while he lost his heavy fatigue. I know I wasn't fully with it last night, but before I passed out, I happened to overhear you say something about helping us sneak out before the university opened. Oh, I guess I did say that. He remembered uneasily, running your fingers through the left side of your hair as you cautiously agreed. But I'm only walking you home, only to where you two are staying. Understand? Both males' expressions brightened at your answer, Billy and Stu growing happier as you'd given in to your former offer. Oh, hell no, guys. I would not be this nice. I'm sorry, but your girl would not be this nice. I think she's just being a little crazy. It is severely late, and I really, really need my sleep. Yeah, guys. Anyways, did you guys expect that out of us? Did you expect us to be really, I don't want to say dumb or smart, but behemoth stupidestas of us to help out the stalkers and at the same time the people that literally threatened to kill our mom multiple times? You know what? I'm sick of it, I swear. I'm like, this girl needs some serious help, because I'm here just like, what the hell? If somebody said that to me, you best believe I wouldn't be helping them out. I'll be like, motherfucker, you wanna post up? Cause I will post up with you. No, I would be angry if someone even dared say that. No. we would not be, no, we would not be like that. No, we would not be cordial. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy it, though. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. And yeah, what do you guys think is gonna happen next? Do you think anybody's gonna actually help us walk them home, or are we just gonna be on our own with them? Let me know in the comments down below. Some people already know the answer, including moi, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Let y'all figure it out. No cheating, obviously. Also, I would like to remind everyone that there is votes going on currently as I am recording this. So please go to the communities, vote, vote what story we should read. There's about like 4 to 5 different voting polls. All different fandoms. I know one's BHMA, Creepypasta, Black Butler, and I can't remember the other one for the life of me. Like, my brain is combobulating. My brain is combobulating. It really is. It's working hard to remember. I can't remember, but it's somewhere around those areas, guys. It's something new, slightly different that we usually haven't read, and yeah, I wanted to kind of up it up a little bit. So, if you guys could, please check the communities. Votes will be up. Please vote if you haven't. And if you don't like any of the options, just comment down below what you would like us to read. Or whatnot, because I'll be taking those into consideration later on. So yeah, don't worry, guys. Anyways, sadly, your girl's gotta go. Bye, peace, y'all.